Okay, hello, welcome back to my Vision Pro journal. In this episode, I want to show you the process of how I can turn this 2D concept. It's a character I created based on the Havlock character in Apple Vision Pro, and I think this character is a good character version. Um, I said group of vigilante, basically a bunch of character who lives on the street. They're all wearing Vision Pro somehow, so it's a bit cyberpunk. This character is very simple, of course, in terms of concept, but I'll be drawing it using the pen. Okay. I hope this pen is working. Occasionally, I need to restart the pen in order for it to work. So normally I'm using this app called Crayon, but this time I'm not using Crayon. I love Crayon, but it doesn't export to USDZ yet. The other app, Spatial Drawing, actually does export to 3D. So hopefully, so you can see the stylus there, right, on the floor. I'll start to doodle pretty soon. Hopefully I can see the drawing. Okay, it's working. Sometimes it doesn't, it's connected, but I couldn't draw. It's pretty annoying. I have this, the cover of Apple Vision Pro on the floor. I'm just gonna show you. So this app is very simple. Just quick doodle like this. If I hold the other button, it will erase. So that's important. Erase part is actually important as well. So yeah, let's delete everything. Let's start to draw my character. I'm gonna make it really simple. Actually, this app have a couple of ways to draw a standard color. It doesn't have any shading, rainbow, metal, glass, plastic. I should probably use metal, but in this case, I'm just gonna use standard color anyway. And I'll start by just doodling maybe the leg of the character. I'm gonna make this dark purple. Oops, that button is too easy to press. So if I draw the leg like this, the character is very simple. So it's like a stick figure, right? In order to make it some kind of thickness, I like to draw this kind of spiral motion. So yeah, and then so the next one I will make this, the character is like a bell kind of shape, so he's wearing like some kind of hoodie. Wow, okay. And he's actually quite big. I don't know, yeah. So anyway, let's extend his arm. I don't know what he's gonna be holding, but he will be wearing Apple Vision Pro, right? So, whoa, okay, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Okay, this app have the other button set to erase, which I kind of, sometimes it's too easy to accidentally press the button. So I'm just making all these lines. Maybe I don't actually need to draw all the lines, but this, if I draw the lines, I can then fill the lines like this. When you are doing this type of spatial drawing, it's like a filament of 3D print filament, so it's all like cylinder pipe. You kind of want to make it as 3D as possible, right? That's why I'm doing this spiraling motion to cover up the areas. You will understand why I'm doing this, but it's quite important. And I'm gonna fill the back area. So character, I don't know. Sometimes the character, if a character wearing like Vision Pro, it looks a little bit like a snail character, right? Snail. That's the shape of Vision Pro. It could be anything. The Vision Pro currently have a cable, so you need to put it somewhere. So I thought maybe he's carrying this iPhone pocket. That's where the battery stays, okay? The back. It's kind of funny, right? And character have another one, yellow color, iPhone pocket. The iPhone pocket actually resembles certain interesting shapes, like a Japanese carry bag I think you can use it for shopping. It's very fancy. It's very a little bit. Yeah, it's very expensive. Like $400 in even in Australia. It's not available in Australia. I think the iPhone Pocket. Just want to talk about it. I don't know why Apple didn't make it available in Australia. I don't know why. Could be handy. Um, anyhow, yeah, we almost get our character fully. It's Havlock character. He's a little bit mysterious, right? I don't know. He should be wearing mask. Yeah, maybe not not the mask that we know. Maybe he is wearing mask. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a mummy. Okay, I don't know. Somehow, his face is covered. He's a mysterious guy living on the street, and he's wearing this orange hoodie. He could be wearing headphone as well, or just earpods, right? Anyhow, we almost got him drawn fully. I should make just, oh man, maybe not that color. So this is erase mode. There you go. This is the shoes. Too bright again. Oh man, just make it simple. He needs some kind of shoes. But this, yeah, orange part. I should go around the character because it's a 3D. So I need to actually paint the back of the character as well. Fill in the back of the character. It's not easy to fill, and you kind of get the 3D bits because you are drawing spatially. It's kind of like you're a 3D printer and you're drawing the filament of the 3D print. Okay. Yeah, I think it's getting somewhere. If my character, I like the nose a little bit bigger. So he has some kind of look, mysterious but still looking friendly. Yeah, anyway, he lives on the street because a lot of crazy things on the street, and he wants to protect people. My character is a nice guy. So this is erase. I want to erase that part. Okay, he's quite quite ready. I hope I can save this. This app has a lot of bugs, few bugs, and sometimes I couldn't save. That's what I'm afraid of. If I could save it, oh man. If I could save it, I could export it. If I couldn't save it, too bad. So reality, I can save it as reality, and I can save it as USDZ without color. Unfortunately, that's the case. And if I could save it as USDZ, I could then use app like Nomad. Hopefully. Okay, Nomad Sculpt. Okay. Yeah, that's that's a 3D doodle. So basically from that app, we can import our artwork. Spatial Drawing, USDZ. Hopefully this is the one. A new project. Oh yeah, this is our Havlock. Okay, this is Nomad app. It's a sculpting app that's available on iPad and also Vision Pro because it's an iPad app. Some iPad app can be used in Vision Pro, and I can actually work on this further. If we are drawing in 3D Doodle, right? So we get the character like that. It's just a bunch of wires like filament. I want to show you a method in a bit to turn it into more like a 3D. Maybe not the most perfect way. Oh man, where is it? Best sushi art. Yeah, okay, this is our character, right? So this is a Nomad app. This is our character filament, just the filament. This one without color. Unfortunately, the color we need to always repaint it. Imagine this is 3D. We want to fill all the filament properly because it's 3D printing. Maybe it's a broken 3D printing. I don't know. But I will show you. I will show you anyway the method. This character will come as a bunch of shapes. Okay, hundreds of shapes. So we need to join them to first select and just draw everything. We're selecting everything and we can join. Now it's a single geometry. No, it's a good start. Save it. The next thing we want to do, of course, we want to go beyond that. Select our geometry, go inside the geometry, and actually select the mesh. Now we can try smoothing it or inflate. I like to start with inflate. So it's a little bit finicky. Okay. So we still have the cable. We have this. Okay, I'm just gonna start inflate some of the stuff. You can still see his bag, his goodie bag, the pocket, iPhone pocket. Oh yeah. Let's actually inflate his Vision Pro. You got the nose there, the hoodie part. So we are basically inflating the filament of the 3D print, trying to fill as much as possible. So, well, okay. Maybe not the best method, but still kind of interesting in a way. It's interesting method. It's not probably not the best. Okay, I might increase his leg too much, but that's okay. That's okay. Just for demonstration purpose. That's his strap. So obviously, if you want to be a little bit precise, we want to be able to move this thing. If you are using the pen, actually, if you're holding the stylus, when it's touching the screen, you can feel there's some kind of vibrations, which is a nice thing. Okay. So he's standing, right? We need to look at it from the right view. Because we are drawing it like a filament, maybe he's a bit. I'm trying to, just using this drag tool, I'm trying to reshape his body from the side view. So he looks like actually standing and yeah. Okay, back to our inflate. I will inflate that area. Inflate the filament because we want to oops. We want to feel that part. You know what? The left finger still works. So we can feel that area. Unfortunately, his hand becoming. We lost the detail of the arm. Next time I will need to draw that properly. But anyway, we get most of the part. Maybe this part. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That seems to be correct. Save. Save as new. Okay. So it's a new version of this character. Now, the next thing I will do is to remesh it. Remesh using voxel remeshing. Select the resolution, make it around medium resolution, and then just select remesh. Remesh. You see what happened? The filament now becoming a single mesh. Okay, so it's more or less that's the plan. The rest of them, okay. I think I need to inflate this part a little bit more, and I need to do remesh again maybe, and then later we can sculpt this properly. Yeah. Sculpture. I'm not the best sculptor, but I'm learning the spatial thing. Make it more fun to do 3D sculpting, because normally if you have to do this in 3D, the method is a little bit different. So I'm increasing that area. His my character is like wearing a jumper anyway, right? So it's okay. Remesh again. Okay. Anyway, maybe let's say I'm pretty happy with this. I want to continue with painting. I love painting. Uh, let's do like a metal. I want to paint uh his hoodie first. Okay. Maybe just do a quick wash of everything. Now, I'm using my left paint if I want to do a quick one instead of using the stylus. Stylus is more precision for some areas. Double tap on the stylus to recenter. Yeah, and make this smaller. Now we want to start painting on that area. To be honest, you don't actually need the Vision Pro to do this part. The iPad actually. You use the Vision Pro to get where you are, and then you use the iPad to add some detail. I know not everyone have iPad, or like some people will think like, oh man, the if you are if you are tired inside Vision Pro, you can switch to the iPad. That's actually what I've been telling people. Vision Pro is actually quite tiring. You wear it, whoops, you wear it for a while, and then you get tired after even just 1 hour, and you need to take a break. It's one thing to keep in mind. Of course, you can force it, you can continue working, but after a while, you do need to take a break. Your eyes gonna get really tired, and you need to take a nap, basically. So in the original design, we accidentally make the cable too thick. What cable? The Vision Pro cable? Yeah, that's the battery part. Anyhow, that we know, because I keep talking about this character, and you're probably already familiar with the look now. He's carrying another bag. What's gonna be his weapon? Maybe like a wooden sword. It's kind of like a nice guy vigilante. Oh man, I keep using bright color. Okay, maybe I don't need to finish it. You kind of get the where it's going, right? The character is already there, and I do recommend the use of iPad. Some part like this, you're gonna get a lot of hole, because indeed, if we are sculpting it this way, like a filament style, you're gonna have lots of holes if you didn't paint it properly. You can kind of fill it out. It's not probably not the best method. Maybe there's a way to cover things like that, like hole. We don't want a hole. We want the character to be like full character that we can print out. Yeah. He is wearing like a bubble jacket anyway, like a winter jacket all the time. Like uh, people on the street or homeless people like to wear this type of jacket. Yeah, and then you remask it again if you liked. Yeah. Okay. Once you're happy with this, you can export it out. This is the original character. Of course, the line scribble is nice, but we want to kind of export it out as a proper USDZ mesh, not like this. If you can print this out as a filament, then you can have it already. If it's as a USDZ, Apple USD, save it into files. Oh, by the way, it doesn't have texture. That's a problem. So we need to do something. If we do a remesh again, we still have the color, good. Miscellaneous, UV unwrap, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Try to quad remesh if you want to. Quad remesh and then close holes. Force clean manifold. Try to unwrap the UV. It can have overlap if the mesh has handles. Okay. We try to unwrap the UV and then try to bake it. This might not work. Bake from itself. Now this guy actually have a UV. Maybe I can save it again. Yes. Export as USDZ. Save to files. Best sushi art. Save. Best sushi art. Sometimes my English totally become weird. Maybe because I use AI too much, so my English become weird. I don't know. I'm learning other language as well. Target 10 different language. Okay, you have our character. I know it's not the best looking, but it's converting this filament concept from original design, like the nodes, Doodle, into this character, filament looking, and to this character that's more like, looks like a cheap character, like a bubble. But you can spend sometimes on iPad or, in Vision Pro. On the iPad, it's easier probably to sculpt this, add details, proper details, make the Vision Pro more like Vision Pro. But I'm on the concept level, it's a character, it's a 3D, and it's cool, I guess. So that's the whole process. Hopefully you find this useful and interesting. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.